Yeah, Oga CM, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. All protocols I observe. Welcome to the show. Actually, I joined late. I didn't watch. I can't say I watched any of the clips you must have played ahead, but the topic or what you wrote on the screen, do you agree that 2027 has already been rigged? Or is there still hope? Well, today is 5th March 2026. As at today, because this question should be reviewed. Maybe we could review them every day. As at today, we say yes for today. And I have my reasons for saying yes. Number one, given the way things are panning out, the Tinubu government felt that they've got upper hand. A lot of things they are doing it just to please themselves. They can change this member of cabinet, bring another one. If you expose them this loophole, they take you out, bring somebody else. Nothing is done on what is this word, English word to use? Nothing is done, anyway, but there's no point mentioning morality. Nothing is done on principle. There's no principle governing the action, not to talk of morality. Or even somebody that should be altruistic, such that years down the line, somebody can say, yes, this was the reason things were done. So they just feel that they've gotten the upper hand, not minding that the country is highly insecure. And then the economy is like, if you can't help yourself, then you don't have anybody to blame. Nobody cares. If it's possible for the people to secure themselves the way they can provide themselves with drinking water, Nigeria would have been, there wouldn't have been need for government in Nigeria. Or they will tell you they've achieved everything. The only thing is that as a people, you can dig borehole if you to give yourself drinking water. If you can't do that, you go to the stream. If you can't go to the stream, maybe your neighbor who has a borehole will help you. Say, come and take water from my compound. All this. So they feel that they've done all they could do. University, I mean, education, whether from primary to tertiary, you're on your own. If you feel you can do it in Nigeria, either you remain illiterate or you find your way. Health, if you can't cure your own ailment, it's up to you. So it's really, they are not answerable to us. So to that extent, they feel that if there is beyond 2030, they may be saying, I think we've already secured 2027. Let us work towards 2031. That's one of the reasons. However, there's also a big reason. The People's Choice P2B is yet to be announced as the presidential flag bearer of any party for now. So they can have the field day, moving from it's like the day where, what do they call them? The cat just they sleep or cat went on holiday. Now, so rat go they parade the room everywhere, just they do alabanco anyhow. So to me, that is what is
Now
really
it be say, now
embodying.
it be the one way, now it be the one where we dey say for Yoruba. Say I seen le ologini, ile dile ekute. When the
So
ogini is a cat, ekute is a
yes,
rat.
the
When the
rat.
cat is not at all, the rats take
Yeah,
over, the rodent they take over. But
exactly.
once he appears,
Yeah, nah. Exactly. You go see rat even on top of your city, on top of your TV, they pass maga. Just they do anyhow. Yes, now. You not gonna say them they house because rat they
you
rat.
see that
I
rat,
mean
you see
the
that
cat
rat when they
they.
call them, is even they dignify them. Then the rodent, say rodent,
Well,
they are tiny,
uh,
they very smaller
uh,
than rat, they big.
uh, and
Rodent, they
and then
very, very
and then they live and then they live for gutter maybe. So
then they
you
live
see,
now.
so to me, so Niger Watch, this title is not out of place. Yes, it's born out of maybe a deep thinking. I make you write them. I agree. I commend you for doing that. It's deep thinking because you must have taken a hard look on everyday life of Nigerians and say, look at the way things are, and yet people are just doing like this, and yet the election is around the corner in less than 12 months. So you said, Do you agree that? That's what you put it. You don't want to conclude. You just say, do you agree? You are now putting it back to the people. Yes, for today. If tomorrow I will also review, but that will be the major thing. It's not that if they announce Peter Obi as a presidential flag bearer of the party where he is now, ADC, that it will send a sort of a shivering down their spine. But the thing is that they may be forced to go and recalibrate and be thinking, what will they do? That is when you see all manner of allegation flying. So many, maybe Peter B. If you come to this state without this thing, you on your own. It is no longer a Do governor will be saying it. Another governor will spring up somewhere. All I know is that you're on your own. You can't, as the chief security officer, my own is to maintain security, but where it goes beyond me, I go, you will hear all those type of things, all in the bid to prevent somebody. Or you may hear that they gave you opportunity to land at the airport, only for you to be landing. They say the weather is not good. They turn the flight back. So many things will come up because the guilty, they say, according to James Hadley Chase, are afraid. So, yes, to me, it is rigged already for us at today because of that principal factor. But the moment that one gets in, P2B gets his footing because that is the person, the man the people are waiting for. I don't think there are other parties that will feel presidential candidates, but you and I know that he is the only person. He's even more popular in Nigeria than the president now because he stays at home. The president operates from abroad and visits Nigeria whenever he wants to. He just visits Nigeria to take one or two things or decorate one police officer. Take one, what is it called? What do they call this thing they put on there? Is it not peep? Collect one peep from one police officer who is going on retirement, place it on the shoulder of another police officer. Then they bring a case of one year minister want to expose us, all this. They come out. You see, this is what he does. Before giving this week, next week or something, he will be in France. The next, on that, because they are fighting in the Middle East, otherwise he will surface in UAE or surface somewhere else. So he is not on ground. He's he rules Nigeria from afar. So P2B is the person that goes round. So he's well known. The only thing left is for him to now be pronounced as presidential candidate of ADC. That is, if ADC gets in, so the small love wanting people are mentioning ADC here and there because P2B there. According to Fayoshe saying that P2B be the only what do you call him? Say the only life or something where they ADC. The rest I'd forgotten how he described them. So because of that, I can agree as of today, looking at the hard facts, yes, the election has been rigged. But then, election is not today, is not 2027. Therefore, there is still time to undo what they are doing now. Undo not in the sense of maybe if they allocate so amount of money, you go and cancel and relocate. No, the undo is to make sure that all these booby traps they are setting and then people overreaching themselves, saying what they can never understand, the one something like that could be done. So it's not, Nigerians easily say people don't arrogate people the power they do not have. Abacha did all the look, Tinubu never do reach Abacha now. Tinubu never reach her. PDP cannot announce Tinubu as a presidential candidate. Yes. ADC is not. Other parties, 5 parties under Abacha announced him as presidential candidate. They are saying, you are our presidential candidate, choose your VP. Let anybody in the party contest from the position of governor, senator, House of Reps, House of Assembly, downwards. But presidential candidate is reserved for Abacha. What came out of it? For those that, what happened then? If you are Abacha, you're already working on air. The 5 political parties have already announced you. So, which means whether it's the grassroots democratic movement, I think GDM, there are 5 of them, which body get called the 5 fingers of a leprous hand. All the 5 have announced Abacha, meaning that whether you like it or not, today Abacha will be on as the president. Sure, they are voting for Abacha today. So it's like he has won. Even if not two people vote for him, or Abacha decide only him and the wife go vote, he don't win. Now, what happened to Abacha? Sometimes people do not learn from history. When people overpraise you, when people tell you that, look, you can walk on air, Jesus Christ ascended from earth to heaven. You see, and they said, he said, you can walk on air. You can walk as if you're walking on the ground. You can, when people start to praise you to that limit, if you are a sensible person, you go back. You go and write, don't write everything, keep. Look, you never know what to, nobody can, because you see, when you have 200, it's not possible. It's not possible. Nobody wrote anything. It's not possible. It's just that the way everything looks so not so fluid, the way things look now, people can even interpret it that way. But you can't tell, it's not superhuman. This Tinubu they are even talking about, somebody will be taking steroid in France just to steady the bone marrow. That's why they fall like a car. When you open the list where you take tire a car, you go just shake like this. Before you know, you don't fall. You go fall out of your hand. It just they fall any part of the world where you go. So this one, no, forget. The man he must have something. All these things they are doing just camouflage. Now, in son Sheyi, now they do the job of presidency in terms of going around and facilitating things. Is now in son, now they take over indirectly, maybe to sell himself, he could be governor of Lagos State. But all these people should not arrogate the power Tinubu will not get to him. You don't write now Tinubu go do for what? For what? Those, have you forgotten that Tinubu did not win? You see, the problem with some Nigerians is that when they want to talk, they tend to forget or they decide to say something that will be convenient to them. Tinubu said he bought the seat. Not that he won, he said, I bought it. Meaning somebody must have sold it to you. Now, the seller is no longer willing to sell to you. Don't you factor that in? Well, my prayer is that this thing, who is the forget? No, he said, so person will not be afraid to forget. You see, when people talk, you see, do you know why sometimes you pity Nigerians? It doesn't matter. They might be professors, because a professor rigs an illiterate idiot into power and then turns back to say they no pay me salary. We are going on strike. There is no state. Let me say this. The only state APC won are the ones that the APC gubernatorial candidate was on the ballot and was declared winner. Enugu governor crossed over to Enugu state governor crossed over to APC. Enugu is not APC state because the people did not vote.
Dr. CM.
Yes.
When you go on break now, please go and listen to what happened in the House of Assembly.
Thank you.
For which House of Assembly? Okay, let me stop here. Which House of Assembly? Sorry, Najawad. Which House of Assembly?
The Federal House. The Federal House.
Okay, House of Reps. Okay. Okay, let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Garcia. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, let's have our final submission. I appreciate everyone.
Mr. Jonathan, Oga, Niger Watch, Black Panther, Mr. Odua. God bless every one of you. Give us our mandate. I know you've left, but God bless you.
Yes, so Alaba, I agree with you. People should, because if really the election is done and dusted, like you said, although I believe like today, what Niger Watch asked, the question he asked, is he said it's rigged. If it is today, if election is taking place today, without P2B on the ballot, I will say it's rigged. That's why I gave my big condition as, because P2B is yet to be announced as a presidential flag bearer of any party. Therefore, the rats go they do parade everywhere, but because the cat never day house or cat is on holiday, so to speak. Thank you very much. Your suggestion, and people listen to us, because you have to sell hope to the people than sell despair or whatever. You don't sell fear. You don't sell fear to the people. Okay, if everything is concluded, then why? That means everybody should go home, then go and be doing your thing. Then if I may ask you, how many Nigerians will be massacred between now till the end of June? Let me say June. I mean, it's a constant factor. Nigerians will be paid before the end of March, we must hear. April, yes. June, July, because the terror groups have taken root. They've not taken address in Nigeria. So that is the issue. So people should, when we come here to look at these things, not because we are happy, it's out of anger. It's out of anger, and then what can we do? Maybe near hopelessness. What can we do? Or is there, we're interrogating ourselves, is there nothing we could do? Is there nothing we could do? It's like you are seeing somebody dying. Gradually, the person is spying and he's telling you I'm spying. Why he's telling you he's spying is there nothing you could do to bring me back? Because there's a difference between somebody just fell from a tree, bam, to the ground, and off he goes. That is different. There's nothing you could have done to save it. But this is a case of maybe for years the thing is going down. You say, is there nothing somebody could do to bring me back to life? That's what we are doing here. That's what we are doing here. It's not that we are so happy doing it. It's just that we are just sort of brainstorming every evening. Yes.
You seem to be very in a haste. Because I told you to go and listen to what happened in the assembly, so that your heart will be touched.
I can't leave here. Okay, you can summarize it for me. No, summarize it for me. Yeah.
You see, your National Assembly approved a budget in 2024 and 25. The capital project, the money acquainted for it was still reading zero. Where is the money? From 2024 to 2025, the account is reading zero. Where is the money? 2, they moved the minister, the junior minister that did the magic. They moved her to budget and planning, and I brought in that boy that wrote that plan to tax. And the tax that they taxed the Nigerian people and the diaspora, the money for the capital project is reading zero for 2024 and 2025. Where is the trillions of dollars and the money they borrowed? 2 billion, 3 billion euro, get about, and 1.something billion yen. Where is the money? Your Yomi Edu was quiet, and he now referred them to the junior minister. That is it. Now, I want to say here, gone are the days that I sell hope to Nigerians. Because the definition of hope to Nigerians is to sit down, look, and wait upon God. That is the definition of an average Nigerian out there. I know there. I've lived there all my life.
What are you going to say?
Wait, let me land. I've lived there all my life. I've done politics there. Strangely, and I've had positions. What I'm selling now, because we have done election before. This same rhetoric we played, we lost. What I'm selling now, if you don't rise up to walk your faith, the election is already concluded. You cannot do anything if you sit down and waiting for God to fight for you. Because that's what Nigerians all day they are doing. Even intellectuals, they open their mouth, they'll be looking at their pastor talking all sorts of dragons to them. Instead of them to walk their faith, they won't walk their faith. They're waiting for God. Is it God that is fighting for Iran? Is it God that is fighting for them, or they are fighting for themselves with the allies of Iran, America, and Europe? Is it God that is fighting for them? Let no arrogate power that belongs to us, which was given to us by God. Let not throw it back to God. That would be ungrateful of us. We should be facing reality. We should not handle cases with kid gloves anymore in Nigeria. They are accusing the aspirants of doing nothing. We are funding the Nigerian space with 30 billion every year. It has even risen now. And people are accusing us that we that are patriotic, They are telling us, if you want to do them, come Nigeria, come fight. Is that the people I will be talking to, selling hope to? I must tell you the thing, the way to do it is to come out and fight like the Iran. You are watching Iran. They came out, they fought, got online, they're taking over the airspace. They are saying, if I don't fight, the people that have died for the struggle, their death will be in vain if I don't stand up and fight. How many Nigerians are saying that? How many are saying that?
Do you know how they report Iran happening now? Do you know how the government, how they are reporting it in Nigeria? That Iran is defeating America and Israel put together. Have you had?
That is why I sent to your page. I sent you to Setcom report. I send it to you.
Okay. Anyway, the thing is, like what Black Panther was saying, it's not entirely that we sell hope, but we only trying to look at avenues or the possibilities or something like the areas. I mean, not really areas. We're only looking at different scenarios and what it will pan out. Some people have concluded that everything is set for Tinubu. We don't win 2027 already. Me, I don't believe so.
In 2 ways, sir. It is 2 ways.
But they call on 2027, but we are in 2026. So that's why I said, as it is now, the most popular politician, Peter Obi, is not yet confirmed as a presidential candidate of any political party. So anything can be playing out. But you believe me that the moment what we pick up political momentum is the moment we hear that party A or party Z or party K announces Peter Obi as presidential candidate, then events, because we are no longer talking of this, we're not talking of, we'll be counting time. When is the time for us to go and vote? Then the education now to tell people this is the party logo, this is this, then probably so many strategies will be coming out. But until then, that's why I'm careful when I say, until if it is the way it is now, well, it's like no opposition, because listening to it, Shehu Showumi, he was saying that Nigeria has never had a election in which only one party done the ballot. There will be others. Tinubu cannot come out unopposed. That's what he said. But I know the way the most popular politician people are looking forward to is Peter Obi now, no other person, in my own view. So if they feel that he's not there, then Tinubu can be railroaded into the presidency. Well, which that is not for me to say, and it should be left to be seen. So that is the reason why I'm saying that the way it is now, like Niger Watch drafted the question, it has been rigged today. Yes, it has been rigged. I agree to that, because who is the person? Only Tinubu, because he had the right of face refusal in APC, whether he's sick or not. They will say Naim. So, and that is apart. Like one thing I forgot to say. I wanted to say. Let me conclude it. People tend to I use the Enugu State, in which APC candidate in the governorship election, I don't really know whether they fielded their candidate. So the fact that somebody in PDP crossed over is only one person. If that man should stand in APC and seek re-election, he may not win. They will tell you that we won't vote for you. So not that there's a difference between if you want to join the criminal gang. No, although you want to join the APC gang, then you win your mandate under PDP or APGA or any other this, and then you cross over. Then they will say that state is Nandis. When you say a state is APC, it means that from the grassroots, even the council, everybody is APC. A place like maybe Lagos or Ogun State is APC. I'm not doubting that. But not when you use Enugu, then you count them as a governor, don't cross over. Cross River, we vote PDP, and then the Akwa Ibom, we vote PDP, and then the governor will cross over to APC. It becomes a APC state. Well, APC state, because the governor is APC, if it's not, in terms of content, it is not. It is not.
Wait, come here. any Muslim when you not believe in the Hadith? Ask them that question.
They will tell you
So
that
that is all I ask for you.
They will tell you that those ones are extremists. That is what they say.
What is Hadith?
No, I don't have any word for them. That's the only question I will ask them. Simple. I know they go further than that.
Just explain it. Hadith, they say, is the work of Prophet Muhammad. That's what.
Yes. So which of them can you separate Hadith from Quran?
No way.
No, even listen where in Quran chapter 5 is there. In Quran chapter 12, verse 29 is there. So it is not.
The thing is, my disappointment is the fact that if because there maybe America and Israel bombed Iran and killed people there, fight people there, including the Iranian leader, and then whatever. Why is it that in Nigeria we keep, even before they started Iraq, we've been buying ourselves? Let me put it that way. Since Buhari came to power, that they invited these terrorists into Nigeria. Why are people not getting up to their feet and said, enough, let us protest? That
one is agenda now. That one is agenda. They know. All of them know that they are doing it for their own purpose. They know where they are going.
Which means, okay, Alabo, which means if it's being done for agenda to topple Jonathan or to make sure they do this, it is welcomed. Nobody should protest against it.
Nobody.
But if it is done over 10,000 or 100,000 miles away from Nigeria, in Iran, then because they may say some Nigerian Muslims, some we say because it is beyond our reach. Therefore, what we could do is protest here in Nigeria to tell the people in Iran that, look, what is happening to you here, we are not happy here. But then Iranians are even happy. Iranians abroad are also supporting their government, what America is doing to free their country from years of dictatorship. Iran, from what I've seen on, I don't usually trust Wikipedia, but I use it to say the oil-rich countries in the world. He gave Venezuela as number 1, followed by Saudi Arabia, then Iran, then Iraq, these top 4. So Iran, apart from Venezuela and Saudi, is about the richest oil country in the world. Yet, you can't call Iran a first world country. Yes, like you can call Singapore. That is the issue. Singapore is because of people may be talking of size. Singapore is 1/4 of Lagos State in landmass.
When you Islamize the place, tell me any country that is operating with Sharia law that is being Islamized, that is developing. Mention one.
So, no, Afghanistan, they develop. So it's true. So when you see Iran should be a first world country because they have what it takes. All that they are rich. Oh yes, I agree. Oil rich. Nigeria not even reach them. Iran should be ahead of so many, at least top 6 in the world. You should mention Iran. But I don't know why. And they say civilization somehow started there, because of what is their former this thing called? The Persian Republic.
The Persians.
The Persians. So they have been organized in terms of better. Look, you see, when you have a dictator and this their Sharia, because when I criticize it because it's not progressive. Okay, now the question I should ask, because people listen to us, if what is happening in Iran is triggering protests in Nigeria, what of the largest Muslim country in the world called Indonesia? What is happening there? Is their own Islam not the same?
Indonesia is not a Shiite nation. It's a Sunni Muslim that they practice. Those ones are the liberals. I want to say it here. They are the liberals.
So which one is more benign, not malignant? So which one is more benign? The Sunni is more benign. Then while the Shia is more malignant. Which one?
No. As far as there is no Sharia law, Dr. CM.
Yes. As far as there's no Sharia law,
the place would be developed. So that is the thing. Saudi
so which
Arabia,
means
they took a lot of things out before development could come to Qatar and all those places. If they are
Saudi
still in
Arabia,
that pattern, nobody
Saudi
will
is
go
not
there
See,
to
operating.
invest.
Saudi is not operating full Sharia in Saudi
Yes,
no,
Arabia.
now.
Saudi is backing off Sharia. They are backing off Sharia.
No, he said
Which
backing off. That is
See,
leaving
see,
backing up,
Sharia.
they are
see.
not
Let me
operating like
explain it.
that.
Let me
No,
explain
hold
it
on.
so that you can
I
understand
look up
very
what
well.
back on. No, he said backing off.
The Sunni, wait, let me explain so that I understand. The Sunni are liberals. They are prone to adjusting any laws that does not conform to the 21st century. They are subjected to that. Now, the Saudi Arabian economy, they've seen it that if they don't adjust or change the laws of their Shariaism, they will never meet up because the oilization of the world is gradually becoming obsolete. So they have to diversify and get more money in other things. That's why they are going into tourism, building 2 cities with almost 50 billion US dollars. So they adjust, but the Shiites, they look up to the Adid as the ultimate, because the way and life, as you look up to Jesus Christ, they look up to Muhammad and they want to follow the way and life. And the way and life of Muhammad is in the Adid. So they are they are taking the Hadith more serious than the Quran itself.
So which means now I get this. So which means where they are practicing Sunni is more like they are development oriented. They want to live within the tune of international. Just live
Civilization,
life
yes.
civilized. Yes. So, but when they
Yes.
do this Shite, is it Shia Muslim? It's
Shiite
like
movement.
it's Shite
Dr.
movement.
CM,
It's like Stone Age. Yes, Alabo.
Dr.
It's
CM,
like Stone Age.
America got into Saudi Arabia and they told them the fact. Nobody will come here to invest, neither do tourism with you, because I can't come. Your weather is too hot, and I want to work the way I want to work. But your Sharia law will resist a lot of people. They remove those things. Women can drive. A lot of things begin to happen. That is the thing that is going on there. But the other places like the Iran, where they are using it, that is why you see Trump said they are the ones sponsoring ISIS and all those ones. They just see themselves, we must stick to this one, and this is our agenda, what we want to do. We want to conquer the world. That is their own agenda. We want to Islamize the world. But it's not
They
possible.
want to conquer the world. Yes, that is their
They want to
agenda.
conquer, so that's the agenda. Anything they want to do to take out, they succeeded with Obama and they succeeded with Joe Biden. Donald Trump came in and said, no, they are finished already with those people with Obama and this thing, Joe Biden. They couldn't do anything. Those people begin to have wings, begin to have power, causing
You
a
see,
lot of
let me
problems in the world.
buttress your point. Let me buttress your point. You see the reason why I am very angry with the liberals. They don't see tomorrow. They are working with today. Now, you see what is happening in England now. The Cross Chama, what's his name? Chama, he does not want to proscribe IRCG of Iran as a terrorist group. Meanwhile, the entire Europe are proscribed them as a terrorist group. Now,
Black Panther.
Italy, Germany. Wait, let me finish this one. Yeah, sir.
It will be difficult for us in this United Kingdom.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's where I'm going to.
Because
That
these
I'm
people
going
are
there.
taking over a lot of space. I'm telling you.
Yes, I am going there. I will tell you the space they've taken over. You see, the Europeans, they saw it because the Americans have been telling them that, look, you people are receiving subvention from the Arabian world. And the place you are receiving subvention from is dangerous, is cleansing away your ideal and your culture. Now, where are they? What are they doing to England? One, they are funding the education system. They are funding their politicians. They are giving subventions to their professors to do more research, and thereby they are having subtle and good laws that will make them penetrate, and they are penetrated. Look at the last election that was won. The Green Party won. And who made them to win? It is the Arab guys that are based, that are citizens in England. That is why the conservatives need to rise up. Because we don't know what, but look, the liberalism, they don't look at tomorrow, they look at today. Are we not working with conservative here? When it started, we all think, even me myself, but when I got to sit down and analyze it and see the damage of the future, if we allow this to continue, it is going to be more than what we are seeing today. That is why Donald Trump said one thing. He said, look, 2 presidents have been here before me. They refused to deal with the substance. They were dealing with the factors surrounding the substance. And the substance is what is producing the factors that are affecting the world. Thereby, I have come to deal with the substance so that the factors will no longer affect the world. That is what Donald Trump is doing. And we are backing him because that's the right thing to do. We can't be spilling blood all around. We can't be spilling oil all around. It's not good for the generation that are coming. If we continue on this trajectory, the generation that will come before us will be worse. So we don't want to transfer a generation that we only know what is called destruction. That is why Donald Trump went in there.
Black Panther, one thing, I want you to let this be a takeaway from me to you. Britain developed a long-term love affair with Islam. Go and know it today. When you see me get up,
yes, you are right. You are right. I know that. I've read that one. I know it.
I was looking for a book called Web, W-E-B, Web of Deceit. See the title? Web of Deceit. With that is the main title. With then what they call a sobriquet or something like. To explain the web, they said Britain's real, R-E-A-L, then R-O-L-E. Britain's real role in the world is web of deceit. This is UK. It's written by an Englishman. It's called one Mr. Curtis.
I beg, not let people get high blood pressure. Reduce them small.
You see, now Niger Watch we there now. Now I tell you the book why I don't read. Web of Deceit. When you read that, you go no say this country where me they inside. This UK. So forget you. That's why they support Fulani in Nigeria. Britain is a civilization that ordinarily, if they really they honest, when they want to do independence, Awolowo is enough to be prime minister, the leader of AG. Zik is okay. Tony Nahoro, them, where are they? These are nationalists. They went for the Fulani. Look at Tafawa Balewa. Teacher training. Whether it's not teacher training, whether I go to teacher training itself, you know. Awolowo was
called to English. You go there.
Awolowo was a lawyer called to the bar in London. So it's like a barrister in London. Zik studied on the American system, masters too. He couldn't finish his PhD. He could run back to come and do poly or he say abandon it. Then Nahoro also studied editor. So many, they have them. I mean, you can name all the nationalists. There are many of them from the southern part of Nigeria. They didn't find any one of them. Anyone. They went because of that, their love affair with Islam. They go there and then, even if to go and get the night, they go and bring Tafawa Balewa. So that then go they remote the people. If
you want to their taste.
To their destiny. So if you now say, if Tafawa Balewa goes say, see, now Wolo and Zik we forgive this thing. Honor for them, so they go cool down. So that is the issue. So go and know it. Web of deceit.
I love what you explained. And I thank you that you've explained what is in my heart. That's what I've been using to attack this issue for long.
I'm telling you. So